One more stat sheet. That's right.
All right, we are joined here by Stevens Institute Technology head coach Dan Buehring, outside hitter Percy Bickford, and middle blocker Connor Feulner. Coach Buehring, we'll start with you. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
Obviously, a tough match tonight against a really quality Springfield team. So, just talk a little bit on your thoughts on the match.
Thoughts on the match were that they were the better team. They executed really, really well. We came out, we knew what we had to do. Frankly, we weren't doing it from the onset, and we missed some opportunities when it was close. So it was kind of a bummer to let that second set slip, but there were a few opportunities we let slide, and that was a bummer, but I know our guys left every ounce out on the floor, so that group inspires me. Where we come in a year's time is really, really special. So.
You mentioned the second set. In that second set, you turned to some faces off the bench. They came and gave you a nice spark offensively. Talk about the ability for you to utilize your depth, not just tonight, but all year long, and the trust you have in some guys behind that starting lineup.
Yeah. I wish that the match wasn't just execution pieces, but it was, and every day in practice, these guys know. How tough is Alex to block?
Very.
How many of your fingers has he broken?
Like 2 or 3.
And how bad does that hurt? Okay. And then all year long, Kobe's been like a smidge better. And you sit there and you watch it. You don't expect everybody to be perfect for every match. And you know these guys are ready to go. And I'm big on trusting our guys. And we know Alex is an absolute cannon and ready to go. So it was nice to see him, Nathan, Jack. I don't want to forget any of the guys. Everyone on that bench is ready to go. And when you look at the level that we get in our gym, that really inspires me to be like, hey, we got guys ready to go. Let's be ready to do this. And I have no doubt we could learn a lot from this, play that match again another week, and definitely put up a better fight and execute a little bit better.
Percy, you were a consistent face and consistent performer for the Ducks tonight in serve receive. But that Springfield team brings a ton of pressure from the line. Just talking about how you were able to handle that and keep you guys in system for most of the night when balls were coming off your hands and forearms.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, obviously, everyone was watching. They have some really great servers, especially like Jared Anderson and Brandon Brandow. And our game plan was to, not focus on passing the ball perfectly, but just give a ball that our setter can get to, so we could throw it to the left side or the right side. And honestly, our serve receive was pretty good for the first 2 sets. It was really just it was hard for us to get kills. It was hard for us to get blocks, but. Yeah, that was our plan. We just knew that we weren't going to be able to pass perfectly. So on that end, I don't think we did too terribly.
Connor, national leader in blocks per set this year. I've been on the wrong end of too many of those as a coach, and I've seen a lot of them on film. What were some of the challenges of this Springfield offense? You guys did a great job slowing them down in sets 1 and 2. What did you guys talk about or key on to say, hey, here's some tendencies we see that we think we can have some success against them, whether it's with your front line or with your back row defense?
Yeah, they've got guys everywhere, guys that are going to put the ball down on both pins. Anderson's a huge draw for us, and the tempo that they run him on the right side is very hard to get to, especially as a middle. We're worrying about Brandow on the outside. We were thinking that they weren't going to set their middles as much and we'd be able to get out to the pins, but the tempo was just very lethal, and it was really hard for us to get 4 hands up on every ball. And even when we did, they were doing great at swinging around it and getting kills. So it was a tough night for blocking for us, and we usually pride ourselves in our blocking, and it just wasn't our night.
Coach, second year at Stevens, you're competing in the NCAA semifinals. Obviously, I've been lucky enough to have the chance to watch you guys a lot over the last 2 years. Just talk about a little bit of the leap for your guys in this past calendar year, not just in terms of what we're seeing on the floor, but in terms of what you see in the locker room, what you see in practice every day, the maturity of this group that you've seen from first day in Hoboken to where you guys are now.
Well, we go match for match. We're losing to you. Just I'll say that. Your team was fighting like heck that day. I think, guys, in a year, right? If you go match to match, you remember we played Rob's team? Yeah. How were we?
We were bad.
And where did we just finish this last run of NCAA matches? How are you guys feeling?
Definitely proud of the Final Four. Obviously everyone hates to lose, but we've got to be proud of our progress through the last year. It's been a great team journey, great team effort.
When you think about that progress, how How do you feel?
I mean, I gotta give a lot of props to Dan for sure,
Yeah,
because
me too.
he just turned the mentality of this team around. We started to use a strictly meritocratic process where the numbers are all that matters, and we were seeing guys like really wanting to compete in practice all the time, and it just brought a lot of competition into our practice gym, and it made a lot of guys better. I mean, like especially Kobe, he was starting out at outside earlier this year and got switched around towards the end, and just I think the strong blocking and the strong defense that we have in our practice gym like leveled him up towards the end of the season. We saw how he was able to carry us through the semis and the quarters.
Percy, you've had the chance to be on this national stage now. You look ahead to next year. We had a quick moment to chat. You said you guys have a lot of people coming back. What's going to be the big focus for your group, not only to return to this stage, but to take that next step and continue competing for a national title with a program the caliber of Springfield?
That's a good question. You know, last year when we lost, we didn't even make it to the NCAA tournament. You know, we didn't even make it to the MAC finals, and I think a lot of us thought that was because of our lack of experience. You know, and after this season, like Dan did a great job with our schedule. We played a lot of really tough teams. We played the #1 seed in the first match of our season. You know, that was a great way for us to set the tone. You know, we just played a lot of really tough teams. You know, now we've been on this stage with the spotlights and all the fans. You know, I think a lot of us feel a lot more confident now. You know, and I know that Dan has a lot of thoughts in his mind. I know he was watching us thinking that we have a lot of opportunities to improve. So, you know, I think I hate to be corny, but the sky is the limit. I do believe.
And being some engineering majors up there, I'm sure you guys know a lot about the existence of limits out there. Congratulations on a tremendous season, and we hope to see you guys back on the stage very soon.
Thanks, Duck fans. Thanks for watching.